Hi, my good people. I hope you're good. I'm also fine. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we're going to talk about VAT, value added thinking, not VAT for value added tax, but value added thinking. So this is basically about people who focus on making a difference in the community, people who are positive minded, people who, when they walk into a boardroom or a place, they want to make a positive difference. They don't want to leave this world the way they found it, but they want to leave this world a better place. So, are you part of these people, or you're part of the people who complain about everything and anything? There are those people who I remember one day I was talking to this guy who sells shoes at Nyayo. So this guy was telling me, unajua, okay, he was saying in Swahili, the people who they come and they say, I have a degree, I have a master's in this and that. But for me, just tell me how you can change that paper into money. So he was like, I don't want to hear all that you have in terms of academics. I just want to see how you convert that into money. No matter what you are doing, but you are able to convert it into money. So this guy was saying that there are many people who they don't have anything, but they'll tell you how they have good grades, how they were in the best schools, how they were doing what in school. But at the end of the day, they don't have anything to put on the table. So value added thinking, these are people who they have that problem solving skills. They don't blame the government of what is not doing, but they take that initiative of starting something that will help not only them, but other people. I was talking to a lady who she started a salon and now she has employed over 33 staffs. And this is someone who dropped out of school. She didn't go to a college to learn how to do the hair. She started by having a kibanda where she used to sell mboga. She was a mama mboga, and now she learned how to do the hair, and the rest is history. Because this person did not focus on what the government is not doing. She didn't focus on she didn't go to school, she didn't have good grades. She didn't focus on her past problems or her past challenges, but she decided, I'm going to add value. And you meet someone who, for them, they're focusing on what the rich uncle did not do for them 20 years ago. They're focusing on that sister who did not pay their school fees. And now it is 15, 10 years ago. But there are those people who, for them, it's more of value added thinking. They're like, okay, this has happened. What can I do? Okay, I'm from campus. I have this distinction, first class student, but for now, what can I do? So these are people who they make a difference in the society, in the community. These are people who they are positive oriented. They look for a problem, and for them they see opportunities. When others see problems, for them they see opportunities. And for them, when they walk around, they always see opportunities calling, and they're like, I wish I can divide myself into 10 people. And then there's this one person who focus on the negative side that they don't see anything good. So for them, it's all about negativity. There's nothing good. They even say, I better even go outside Kenya. But even if you go where with that mentality, you will not make a difference. Because even where you are going, you are just carrying your toxicity to the different location. But if you have that mind of negative thinking, positive thinking, sorry, value added thinking, you'll end up even making a difference. You'll go to a society and you'll feel like these people here, if I can get a piece of land, maybe I lease it, do some farming, I can make good money out of it. In the same village, in the same area, in the same location, there's someone who has been crying to the government and waiting to be employed for 10, 15 years. But you are there and you are seeing these people have a lot of land, so I can do something out of it. So this is what we call value added thinking. The people who you give them something and they multiply it. I remember this pastor was giving a testimony, and of course, for him, he was talking about people who have favor with God and people who don't have favor. And he was saying, have you ever asked yourself why the people who they will be given 10 million, maybe they have won a jackpot or anything, or a windfall or something, but after like 2, 3 years, they are broke. and they're back to the streets. There's this one person who should come and say, when I came to Nairobi, I started with two, like, I was having this kibanda where I started selling boga, and I was just having this 2,000 that I used to go to maybe Kikomba or wherever to buy some greens, and that's how I started my business. And today I'm here. I own this and this and this, and by the grace of God, I'm now a millionaire. So you find that the difference between these two people is someone who, for them, they were like, they want to live for now. But the other person who started from the kibanda, they were having that thinking of adding value to people. And they were like, if I can solve someone's problem, then I can make money. So for them, they decided, I'm going to solve other people's problems. I'm going to make that greens for them. When they come, they pick it. I'm going to sell for them veggies. I'm going to do maybe one, two, three. So if you're that person who wants to make it in life and want to make a difference in life, because when you are there focusing on solving other people's problem, the same thing you are doing, your problem will be solved. So when you solve other people's problem, yours will be solved. When you see someone and you give them maybe a coaching, a session, they're going to pay you, but you have solved their problem. So when you are doing something that is solving other people's problem, believe you me, you are going to benefit also. And that is why even some people, they are so jealous, they don't want to give people some things. But what they don't know is, as you give, you receive. So you find that most of us just want to think about, what can we get from this person? How can we benefit from this situation? How can we do this? We have that parasite mentality, like somebody has to give us. Like, I'm poor because someone else has a lot. And you'll end up in that situation for the rest of your life. But if you're somebody who thinks positively, look for a problem, go solve that problem. Look for someone who has maybe something that they need, because at the end of the day, people will not buy nonsense. People will pay for value. When someone goes to the hospital, they're going there because they are sick. And they're going to pay because they need a doctor to treat them. If someone walks to a shop to buy a cloth, they're going to buy that cloth because they have an occasion, or they're going to attend maybe a function and they need it. So if you're sitting there and you're like, people should help me, how will they help you? If someone walks into a salon, they're going there because they want their hair done. So you're solving someone's problem. In return, you are being paid, and you are also solving your own problems. So I pray that God will help us to be people who think, like having that value added thinking, so that you don't think about the negative side, but you think about how will you leave this world a better place for people to come. So that anytime something has happened, you don't focus on the problems. You don't focus on, I don't know, so and so has not done what. I don't know, if we elect this person, maybe our life will change. I don't know, if I go to this person's and maybe I pay some bribes, they can change my life. Or maybe if I go and visit the governor, alafu nimlilie mashida zangu, maybe he will listen to me. No, go there and sell something to them, they will buy. Go there and give them a good idea and bring a sample, like, this is what I do. Maybe I make like some honey or something. Go with there with that honey of yours, they will buy because they are seeing value. I was watching a story of this man who he was a beggar at the railway station, and every morning he will beg. And one day, this businessman told him, uh, I will not give you money, but what can you do to give people so that people can give you good money? And this man was like, I have nothing to give. I'm just a beggar. So what do you expect me to give people? I've been here begging for the rest of my life. And this businessman told him, look at where you are sitting. There are a lot of flowers here. You can just take these flowers, and anytime someone comes to the train, you give them a flower. These people, they will see you're bringing value to the table, and you will not be a beggar, you'll be a businessman. And this beggar was like, okay, I've never thought about that. So what he did, he gathered some flowers. The following day, he was giving everyone a flower. And people were smiling and giving him a lot of money because he has just made them to feel good, just giving them flowers. And to cut the long story short, this man became someone who owns a lot of farms of flowers because that became his business. Value added thinking. Now, every time he will go to the train in the morning and just apply flowers, give people flowers. And that was how he made it through because he was there sitting and begging for coins, begging for leftovers. But people will pay for value. If they didn't care, even like this flower, this man is just taking them from the station. For them, it was, you are giving me something and I need to give you something in return. So make sure that whatever you do, you are always value added thinking kind of a person. Even where we are working, if you're employed, if you are that person who continue to complain about everything, you'll never grow. You will never move forward. And if they're sacking people, you'll be the first person to be sacked because you are a headache. You give people sleepless night. You're always complaining about everything. But in the same environment, there's someone who for them they're like, what can I do differently? What can I do in this organization to make things work better? What can I do even to better the systems? So, in everything that you do, just ask yourself, are you adding value? Do you have something that is unique about you? That when you're not there, people will be like, so and so is not here today because when so and so is here, this and this will always happen. Or if you're not there, people will not even notice that you're not there. Some of us, when we are not there, people will be like, you mean you have not been around? Because for them, things are just normal. And some of them, they're like, we thank God you're not around because you're a troublemaker. You always focus on the positive. You'll never say anything good. You'll never encourage someone. You're always complaining about how you are being paid small salary, about how the work environment is not conducive for you, about how that boss is not treating you well. When others, they are doing exploits in the same environment. So make sure that before you think about people to help you, before you beg people around, because for me, begging is the worst thing. Look for something that you can do, that people will buy, that will add value to their lives, and they will pay you for that value that you're adding. Otherwise, you will end up in that state, complain about different governments, different people, different leaders, but at the end of the day, the people have decided it is what it is, and we have to look for a way out, and we have to make things work regardless. So let us be people who are purpose driven, people who think beyond the situation, people who think beyond today, people who think about what can they do to make this world a better place for others. So for now, bye bye.